The Royals head west to take on the Padres, who started off great this season with a 25-13 record through 38 games, but they have stumbled some, and they're coming off a very hard-fought series with the Dodgers. Their offense is probably not as good as you think, much more in the league average range than what you'd expect. Manny Machado, though, remains a star. Fernando Tatis Jr. remains a star. Jackson Merrill is a star, but he's on the concussion IL right now, so he's out. They've also gotten good performances from Gavin Sheets and Jake Cronenworth, but guys like Luis Arraez, Xander Bogaerts, and Jose Iglesias have really struggled for them. Their pitching is much more solid than great, but they've got some great arms and a filthy bullpen with Jason Adam, Adrian Morejon, Yuki Matsui, Jeremiah Estrada, and Robert Suarez leading the way for them. The pitching matchups for the series are Michael Lorenzen versus Nick Pivetta, Noah Cameron versus Dylan Cease, and Seth Lugo versus Randy Vasquez. In the opener, the Royals will face Pivetta, who was a really good free agent signing for them. He has a 3.40 ERA and a nearly matching 3.65 expected ERA. He's consistently posted strong strikeout and walk rates. This year's no different, 27.7% strikeout, 6.9% walk. But this year he's putting up the best results of his career with them. He has struggled in June with a 5.82 ERA. He has a 93.6 mile per hour four-seamer that's allowed a 208 average and 347 slug with a 27% whiff rate. His curve has a lower whiff rate at 18.6%, but a lot of soft contact. He gets a lot of whiffs with a sweeper at 37.7%, and he's allowed a 130 average on that pitch. His cutter does get hit. He's allowed a 304 average and 609 slugging percentage, so that's the pitch to look out for if you're the Royals. He also has reverse splits with lefties OPSing 550 and righties at 670. Both not good, but righties are much better against him. The key is not to fall behind in the count against him. He is allowed an 843 OPS when the batter is ahead in the count, but 336 when he's ahead. He's also allowed a 188, 231, 289 line with nobody on, but that jumps to 253, 327, 463, so that's something to watch for. In Game 2, it'll be Dylan Cease, who is having a pretty typical Dylan Cease season. He's striking out a bunch of batters. He's walking a decent number, but he has a 4.69 ERA, which is much like his 2023 when he had a 4.58 ERA with a really good strikeout-to-walk ratio. Some of the numbers come from a poor strand rate, but some has to be misfortune. He is, however, coming off a bad start against the Dodgers, though with great strikeout and walk numbers in that one. He throws his slider almost half the time with a 41.5% whiff rate. That's incredible. He has a 97 mile per hour four-seamer that it gets hit a little bit, and he doesn't get a ton of whiffs, 27.4%, solid but not great. He also throws a knuckle curve, a changeup, a sinker, and a sweeper, but those four combine for 12.5% of his total repertoire. He has an even 3 ERA at home this season and 6.26 on the road, which is interesting. He's allowed a 1,021 OPS when he's behind in the count. He's been lit up with runners on to the tune of a 325, 387, 475 average, and weirdly lit up second time through the order. First time through allows a 584 OPS, second time 933, third time 607. In the finale, it'll be Randy Vasquez, who is kind of the anti-Cease. He has a 13.7% strikeout rate, an 11.1% walk rate, and a 370 ERA, which leads to a 588 expected ERA. The low ERA is partially due to a very high strand rate of 82.6%, which is not sustainable. He leads with his cutter, throws it 29% of the time, but he throws 5 different pitches at least 15% of the time. The cutter does get hit, about a 300 average and 470 slugging percentage. His four-seamer does not get whiffs, but it has decent success. He gets whiffs with his sweeper, about 30%. His sinker has a 155 average allowed with no extra base hits, but a 3.3% whiff rate. And his curve has been hit for power with a 516 slugging percentage. Now, he has huge platoon splits. Lefties have an 849 OPS against him, while righties are at 608. He doesn't go deep into games. He's allowed a 317, 413, 529 line after his 50th pitch thrown. It's a big series for the Royals, as they all are right now, because they buried themselves a little bit. They need to dig out of this hole and get back into contention.